All right.
Okay.
We've made it back from break. So we're looking up at this grate, eh?
Yep, and water's pouring down it, so you're looking at it. It's a clear indication that it's raining.
Should we contact Harriet?
Harriet, can you hear me?
And you hear this staticky. Harriet here.
We're underneath Strayson.
We're 30 minutes away from the gate.
We're going to make our move then. Hopefully by 30 minutes' time, we'll have made it to the gate. You see it open? Do you think?
Copy. We have the second team already there. Oh crap! I forgot Harriet. So never mind.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the other side. She tells you she's on the other side of Strayson, and she's setting up the explosives at the door.
All right. Well, I think we need to get up there.
Right.
How do you think we're going to do that?
I could climb. And then get a rope.
I am going to bend down and let Klementine get on my back, and I'm going to lift him up.
Okay.
Steady me, Mathias.
Goes all right, and he tries to steady you.
All right.
And so with that, you can reach the grate. Make for me, if you're trying to lift the grate up, roll for me a strength check.
Should have did this the other way, maybe. Maybe I should have got on top of Mathias.
I couldn't lift you up. Okay, 16. Not bad.
16, that's good. That's enough. So you're kind of like with your fingertips, you're like,
So much leg day, not enough arm day.
Right?
and you're trying to like you've got enough reach to where you're like trying to lift with you're trying to lift this grate with the tips of your fingers, and you're like, but you manage to get it off.
Yeah.
And you're like, this thing's fucking heavy.
You got it? You got it?
Now I do.
And you finally got it off, and with your and you managed to grab onto a ring of sorts with the tips of your fingers. Roll for me another strength check to lift yourself up.
14.
14, that's enough. You lift yourself up out of the grate, and then do you look around, or are you going to try and pull Exe up?
I'll take a quick look.
You take a quick look, and you're actually in a back alley between two houses. You see three weird sacks, kind of covering the walls.
Okay, now I get Exe.
All right, and then you grab him, and you're trying to pull him up. Roll for me a strength check. You roll for me a strength check with advantage because Mathias is helping you.
And there's why I shit the bed.
How bad did you do?
I got a 3.
16.
A 16. So you grab a hold of Clementine's hand, and you're trying to pull with all your might, and you see yourself falling in, trying to pull him up, even with Mathias's help.
Maybe tie a rope off and I climb it?
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you're gonna let go?
Yeah.
Okay, so you let go before you fall in,
Yeah.
Clementine. And then are you taking rope out?
Yeah, I'll tie it to the grate. I'm sure it's heavy enough.
Yeah, it's heavy enough.
Tie it to the grate. Let the rope fall.
I would like to try to climb the rope.
All right, go ahead and roll for me a strength check.
13.
13, that's enough. And then Mathias is going to make a strength check. And he passes.
So
And he
we're all
climbs
up there?
up. Okay, yep. And you all are kind of cramped between two houses. You see these large gray sacks hanging off either wall in front of you.
All right.
Yeah, so there's those weird sack things right here.
Well, we've heard of them, but we need to make our way to the gate and get it open.
Do you want to see what's inside one of them?
I think we'll have plenty of time for that, but I think we need to move.
Okay.
All right. So are you guys gonna try and look out?
Yeah. I would like to roll a perception check.
All right. Roll a perception check.
20.
20. Natural.
Unnatural.
Oh, unnatural. So you look through, and what you see, you almost can't believe it. There are literally monsters, these gray-skinned beasts, climbing or walking at least every corner of this place. Some are in marching order, others are climbing along the walls. You see one that's kind of flying, gliding from perch to perch.
This is not going to be easy.
No.
How far do we think we are from the gate? The main gate of the city.
You're about 60 feet away.
Oh, we're pretty close, actually. Huh.
Yeah, like there's like the main, almost plaza-like, almost kind of like what the Silver District looked like. Except the houses are a little more fancier.
Distraction?
Do we see any of the cultists walking around?
Wait. We haven't looked for survivors yet. We can get the gate open. If we don't find survivors, we can't make them back to the sewers. Unless we're just going to open and head deeper into the city and find them. I don't see any close. What do you think we should do, Klementine?
With that perception check, you do see the very same sacks behind you, kind of littered across the place.
You think they're in there?
I think so.
Living ones?
Only one way to find out.
All right. Run back to the sacks. See if there's living people in there.
All right, so you look at one of the sacks, and it's very translucent.
Mm-hmm.
You can see through it, but you look in deep, and you do see a child kind of floating in the sack. Okay, I want you to, for the purpose of this, roll for me stealth checks.
15 on my end.
15,
Oh, okay.
and Mathias is helping.
14.
All right. So you manage to silently cut the sack open, and liquid begins to kind of pour out. You're doing it very slowly, so that way it's not gushing out, but it's coming out at a very quick pace. And the smell coming out of it is awful.
All right.
And you open it, and then you see the child, the little girl, like
Grabbing her,
Begin
seeing
to-
if she's alive.
fall out. Roll for me a medicine check.
Need to know if these people are worth saving. Medicine, 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 medicine. 20. Unnatural.
Very slow breathing, but she is alive.
Does she look changed?
No.
And how many of these sacks do we think we see in the area?
In what you saw at least 30 or 40.
Fuck.
Can't save them all.
Ooh. Children. Women, children, the young. If we have time, the older ones. But find children. But we have to get the gate open. And hopefully Thaddeus and his distraction will get all the monsters at the gate. If not, we'll acclimate to the plan. But first we need to get the gate open.
And as you say that, you hear in your mind, hello, coming into Exe and Klementine.
Exe here.
Clementine here.
I've got the explosives ready.
We're about to get the gate open. Don't
All right.
explode that yet. We're going to try to save some of these individuals.
So, as you hear this, or as you hear her talking, you hear, wait, shh. Oh no. Hurry, blow it up now. And as you do, and you hear this audible screech come from somewhere. And you hear kind of a crackle. Blow it up now. Blow up the door.
Oh, the door. Okay. Thought they were exploding right now. Like they were
No.
exploding their part. All right. I am going to pull out one of those balls, and I'm going to throw it at the door, and I'm going to yell at X or Clementine to do the same, so we can try to blow a fucking hole in the door and cause a distraction.
All right. Have you guys looked at the rings yet to know the command word?
I'm looking at it now.
It says contingency.
Okay.
So you toss it. Go ahead and roll for me a strength check.
Oh, gosh. 18.
A 2.
Yours don't go that far.
So Exe, your aim is tried and true, and you toss it at the door. While you, Clementine, you're like, eh. You kind of like try to roll it off the tips of your hands, and it it rolls towards kind of like 30 feet away from you.
I'm going to throw another at the door. Okay. My second.
And you hear an audible screech.
Throwing it and ignoring it, throwing it.
All right, roll for me a strength check. But while we're at it, let us roll initiative.
Okay.
Ah. You've been bad to me.
Exe?
Initiative or the strength check?
Strength check first.
The strength check was a 16.
A 16.
And then the initiative is a 15.
15. All right, Clem.
11.
All right, so you throw another one of the explosive balls at the door. Again, your aim's tried and true, and they both land close. They both land like right next to the door.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, you see 3 of these beasts begin to kind of look at you.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4, and then 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they all, you hear this just audible screech, and then pretty soon you hear a cacophonous screech heard just across the place. You are at the top of the initiative order at the moment.
It's going to take an action for me to say contingency.
It's free action.
Contingency.
So you do. And then quickly, the cacophonous sound of beasts and monsters is quickly drowned out by the sound of kaboom.
Yeah, there's no better way to say
kaboom, 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 kaboom. The door is blown wide open. The one that you threw like 30 feet from you goes off, destroys, completely obliterates. I'm not even going to roll damage for it. Just completely obliterates the 4 or 5 in front of you.
Good.
But through the ashes and the smoldering fires, you see you see Thaddeus running forward, battle axe in hand. And then behind him, you see the king.
Fuck.
Sword and shield in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see ground troops just marching forward, running, and you see the creatures. They begin to fly towards, like from all sides, from every little orifice that you could possibly imagine this place to have. They are coming out, and they are engaging head on at the main army.
Yeah. A lot just happened.
A lot.
Mm-hmm. What's the situation?
It is complete and total chaos right
Is
now.
anything coming at us?
Not at the moment, but you do see some of the sacks, and you're trying to. Are you guys going to continue your mission to try and rescue as many people as possible amidst the chaos, or
Yeah,
are you?
I turned to Clem and Mathias. Children, then women, and then the others if we can. And we start running toward sacks.
All right, so go ahead and roll for me stealth checks still. This isn't more to be quiet. This is more to see how you see just kind of blending in with the kind of the crowd.
9.
21.
All right, so you guys are running towards some of the other sacks, and you're starting to open them, and then you see one big monster with gray skin begin to kind of come up towards you guys. I want to go ahead and roll initiative for this guy.
Are we keeping previous initiative or are we re-rolling?
Reroll initiative.
Okay.
Better.
Oh my god. It rolled away from a good number to a bad number.
Oh, no.
All right, so. All right, there's a few things I need to roll here, so give me just one moment.
Oh, you're fine.
Because this thing has additives.
Great.
Great.
Roll a 1d8. I need to roll a date. All right, so you see this large creature. It has a few. It's almost walking on like one or two legs, or it's walking on 3 or 4 legs. My apologies.
Mm-hmm.
And it has kind of butterfly-like wings on its back as it comes up towards you. Exe, what's your initiative?
13.
Clem?
13.
That's interesting. That might be a good thing.
So it is the creature's turn first.
Whole point.
He rolled a 15.
Who's it closest to? Because we spread out to start doing this.
Oh, you spread out?
Yeah, we're looking around for young ones. We're not doing it all together. We were spreading out to do it. So should have said that, but here comes the random rolls.
1, 2, 3.
Bring it, bitch.
So, Clem, you see this large creature with multiple legs and wings like butterfly, almost like a butterfly's, kind of move up towards you. Right now you're about 30 feet away from Exe and about 30 feet away from Mathias.
Eh, boy.
So it's
And-
going after him.
Yeah. And so it is going to try and hit you with one of its claws. Does a 13 hit you?
It does not.
Yeah, good.
All right, now it's going to try and come down and bite you.
That's good. That's good. I'm going to use my reaction to cast Warding Flare if I'm within range.
30 feet, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, too, because I just rolled a natural 20.
I said it before you declared the roll, so. Yeah, bright white light right in its face.
So a 10 does not hit you. So you see its hand come up, and it's very telegraphed. So you dodge it, but then you don't. Or then you see that its mouth come down to bite you, but then a burst of white energy kind of flashes in between you two, and it's kind of like it before it can try and bite down on you. It reels back, blinded. With that, since you both have a 13, who do you want to go first?
Let me go first, Clementine.
Okay.
I am going to take off toward the thing. And I'm going to activate Radiant Soul. I'm going to grow my wings and start glowing. And I'm going to take off flying right toward the face of this thing, yelling at Klementine to save as many people as he can. And I will distract it.
Okay.
That's my plan.
It's an action to cast it.
So wings start flying. I'm gonna just go straight for its face, right in front of it.
Okay, what does that do?
The Radiant Soul.
Yeah.
So I start glowing radiantly. I grow wings, and yeah, kind of look like an angel right now.
I'm going to read it for you. Once per long rest, transform, gaining glimmering eyes and 2 incorporeal wings for 1 minute, or until I end it as a bonus action. I have a flying speed of 30 feet. And once per turn, I can have 1 attack or spell deal 5 additional radiant damage to 1 target.
Okay.
So,
Clementine, you look and you see Exe do something you haven't seen before. A burst of white light and energy kind of falls about him as wings begin to sprout, and he flies, kind of doing a spiral, like he flies up into the air like a little bit higher and then goes for like a spiral dive towards this monster.
Yeah. Yelling at you to save people.
I'll distract him. Save the young ones.
Yeah.
And
Just
so-
trying to get up in its face.
All right, so what do you do?
I'm going to continue looking for things, but as I start to leave, I drop my remaining things, my little bombs.
In the area?
Yes.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
So you're going to draw out one of the bombs?
All of them.
He's dropping them.
Oh, you're dropping them.
I'm
right in
dropping
front of the
3.
thing.
Right in front of the...
Yes.
Could eat ya. You have 1 left. We had 4, right?
No.
Yeah, you had 4.
Each.
I threw 2. Or was it 4 each or 4
No,
total?
4 total.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
threw 2. You threw 1 that's 30 feet away.
So I have 1.
You have 1. But still, it's a powerful thing, so you drop that there. Good I'm not saying it is my character. Good contingency plan.
Good contingency plan. We all blow up and die.
My passive perception, do I notice?
Yes, you do notice.
Yeah.
All right, it is Mathias's turn, and you see him start to go for one of the sacks.
Good.
And start to cut into it.
Good.
He is going to... And he hits it. Because these things have super low AC.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And then he's cutting into it. And so now we are back at the top of the initiative with the monster, and he sees you, and he tries to swipe his claws at you.
I'll warding flare. Actually, I'm away to warding flare on the bite, so straight up on that one.
All right, unnatural 20.
Yeah. Should have warding flare on this one. Let's do it, big boy.
Boom, boom. All right, so you take 15 points of piercing damage,
All right.
and then it's going to try and come in with its bite attack.
Warding flare.
Warding flare. All right, so it does this with disadvantage. 12. 3, 10. A 10 does not hit.
No.
And then with that, you see its butterfly-like wings kind of start to grow and then flap as it flies into the air to kind of get equal ground with you. But with that, Clementine, it is your turn.
Continue what I was doing. Saving people.
Saving the people?
Yep.
Okay, so you're getting in one of the pods?
Yes.
All right, it looks badly burned. The pod does.
Yeah.
So, for the sake of this, I know I just let him cut it, but go ahead and roll to stab into it. Like, roll to attack.
19. I don't know what
19
to add.
hits.
I don't know what to add to that. I'm using my rod.
Oh, that's right. You don't have a weapon.
No.
That is true. You're using your hands.
Yes.
So, you take your rod and you're like, kind of like, and you stab into it with the, like, you take the pointy end of, like, the.
Do you have an offensive cantrip spell?
Eldritch Blast.
You could say that you were like.
It's weird. Yeah, the rod makes more sense.
Yeah.
So you take like this pointy end of the phoenix point of the rod and you're like trying to dig into this thing, and you do. And you actually see the body of Revan Yarn pop out of it.
Interesting.
Throw him in the grate, man. Throw him in the grate.
Do something weird. Use my bonus action to heal him.
To heal him?
Yes. 4 health.
4 health. So you imbue some of your energy into him, healing him, and he kind of wakes up, flutters his eyes, and goes,
Friend, you're alive. Run to the grate down the alley.
"Oh my god!"
Now see if he is
It's a hell of a sight. There's
Yeah.
a lot of shit going on right now.
Yeah.
If you imagine it, yeah. It's pretty
He
crazy.
goes, "Oh my god!" To the grate? What grate?
The grate down the alley. Go now.
Oh my god! Yes. Oh, sweet Jesus! And as he starts running towards the grate, trying to move past the fight, and then it is Mathias' turn, and he is going to pick up the body, and he is going to
Chuck it.
He's going to run towards the
Good,
grate,
Good.
and he's going to put it he actually catches Revan Yarn, and he's like, "Take care of this." But with that, it is back to the top with the
You
crisis.
skip me last turn.
Oh wait, sorry.
I was waiting to see if you'd notice. Yeah, mine and his initiative are the same.
Yep, we're both 13.
Oh, that's right. So go ahead and go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No, so it flew up.
Yeah, it flew up to kind of be on equal ground with you.
What's close to this monster?
You see a couple of houses, kind of side by side.
But Clem ran away and Mathias did too, and they're going after the sacks, correct?
Yeah,
I'm going to fly 30 feet in the air.
higher.
Yes.
All right, so you fly the 30 feet.
And I'm going to face down and imbue my sword with my divine energy, and I'm going to shoot a fireball right on the top of this fucker's head.
Just cast down.
I love it.
That's my idea anyway. So 16 dex save. On your part.
It rolled a 17, so it passes.
Still takes 8. 8
Okay.
plus an additional 5 for my ability.
32. So what's that? 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then an additional 5 on top of that for the
So
radiant
21.
soul.
Yeah.
Yep. So 30 feet up. Cast fireball. And I'm just yelling at it. Come at me, you piece of shit.
All right.
Does just curious. Does can anybody activate that bomb down there?
They'd have to say contingency. Somebody with a ring would have to say contingency.
Is anybody within 30 feet of that thing?
Yeah.
Like who?
Like,
Like is Clem or Mathias within 30 feet? I'll add 2 more names to that. Is Clem, Mathias, Thaddeus, or the King within 30 feet of that black thing?
no, but there are soldiers and Krasis monsters.
Okay. Yeah, I won't do it then. There is monsters though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not worth it. Yeah, I'm just yelling at him, trying to get it to come at me.
All right, and it looks at you, and it's kind of like you hear this. And it's
Now
like,
it is at the top of the initiative order.
yeah. So my apologies.
No, you're fine.
So he flies up towards you, and he's going to try and strike at you again with his claws.
A warding flare on this one.
All right. So with disadvantage.
Use 3 of these. I think 1 for you and 2 for me.
A natural 1.
That's good. I like natural ones.
So it tries to like fly towards you, like straight towards you, but it doesn't. It underestimates how fast it's going, and it moves past you, allowing you to have an opportunity attack.
Natural 20. That's cool.
This is with a melee attack, but it's
Is
still
this the
cool.
start of a new? This is the start of a new round, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I can add that 5 onto this too. So that's cool. It's just a melee attack though, so if I roll high, it'll be nice, but not great. So 8, so 13 total.
13 total.
8, and then the 5 radiant. 8 slashing, 5 radiant.
Okay, so 13 total.
With Lightbringer.
All right, cool. So you comes across and you manage to slice into it and then rip your sword out. And it's kind of like, it kind of does this kind of downward spiral thing.
Very cool, very cool.
And then it, like unintentionally, and then it like falls to the ground and it's kind of trying to get back up. So with that, it is grounded. It is now your turn, Exe.
Is there any other creatures this big around that is immediately threatening them? Mathias and...
No, you see a few more bigger creatures like this, but they're more focused on the main force at this time.
It fell straight down below me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Second fireball.
Second
Throwing it back
fireball?
down,
All
yeah.
right.
My last level 2 slot, or level 3 slot. Throwing it down at it.
Natural 20, so it passes.
It's okay.
Still takes half.
23.
23.
So 11. Better than nothing. Better than nothing. And how far below would you... Well, we went... I went up
60 feet
30.
down.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It took
Give
some
it-
fall damage, don't worry. I took it into account.
I'll fall. I'll go down 30 feet, so I'm within 30 feet of it, just yelling at it the whole time, trying to keep its attention on me.
Okay.
The fireball may have helped to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's my
with
turn.
that, Clem, it is your turn.
I want to take a quick look at the monster and see if it's laying on my bomb.
That is interesting.
Yes, it is.
Contingency.
Yeah, compressed force.
So I'm going to give it disadvantage on that.
Oh man.
So it failed.
Can we roll the damage?
Yes.
18d6.
Oh my god.
I'll roll. I'm keeping that. I'll roll 1. You roll 1.
So what I need 96.
8d6.
Hey, this one was a 6. I got 35 on my end. A lot of 1s and 2s there, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Okay, there's 15. 18.
35 and 18.
35 and 18. Yeah. So 35 and 18, that's... Let me do math.
53.
53 points of damage?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's fucking wonderful.
It just kind of takes it in the arse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
You gotta really think about what's just happened though. Like Angel Man flew up in the sky, threw 2 fireballs on it, and it just imploded from underneath too. Like there's so many explosions
going
happening.
on right now.
This is epic
We have
as fuck.
tonight. We have tinnitus. Our ears are actively ringing right now.
Yeah, no, we can't hear anymore.
No.
Our eardrums are fucking
So
busted.
you see this thing land, crash on the ground, and you notice that the bomb is below it. You activate contingency, and you just hear this coffin. You just hear this big fire is engulfing this thing, and it's kind of wreathing. One of its wings is kind of burnt off, and one of its legs is super fucking charred. This thing looks beat up and bloodied.
And then I continue to rescue people.
All right, so roll for me another to hit.
15.
15. So just to kind of expedite the process, what I want you to do is I want you to roll me that 1d4.
Okay. 2.
2. So you managed to get 2 people out.
Now, one creature. Okay, I'm gonna choose one of them
Uh-huh.
to heal. They get 6 health.
Good roll.
And you do you got a woman and child out, and you healed the woman, and you just hear this audible screech come from her.
ma'am, get your child. Go to the alley. There's a grate. Go now. Probably intelligence checks if you can get this one because they're saying horror right now.
Yeah,
Nobody give
Bear
instructions. Yeah.
and you do, and you hear this audible screech, and then from behind you,
Oh fuck.
you look and you see one of the monsters come running towards you. And it is going to make an attack on you. Let me get out the category 1 version of this. So that is a 17.
That hits.
So
Let me.
you take 6 piercing damage,
Okay.
and then it is going to make... Well, no, because I'll consider that an opportunity attack. So no, doesn't make a second attack.
Do I see this creature? I would say no because I'm helping a woman and child. So no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you feel it when it attacks
Oh yeah,
you.
I feel it.
You felt it.
As you feel these dagger-like things rake across your back.
Okay, that hurt.
Not good. Not good. All right.
And
Matthias?
with that, Mathias is going to try and save some more people. And he is having a hell of a time.
Great. Fucking Mathias.
Not that tough a time though. I had to remember his. I forgot his plus to hit. But he manages to get. He manages to get 4 people out, and he's trying to juggle 4 people and like drag them across the battlefield
Nice.
towards the grate. But he does do it.
Yeah, it's your turn.
That was Mathias. Oh yeah, that's right. So, the one behind you
Damn, he rolled high.
He rolled really high.
is going to attack you with his claws. Again.
Damn.
What's how far am I away from Clem?
With the air,
Yeah, I'm 30 feet in the air. In the air.
um,
The hair.
The hair.
I'd say about 30 feet from him. Yeah, if you're trying to do your warding flare, you're close enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right, so it's first attack with disadvantage. All right, so
I can multitask.
an 11 misses, but it's going to try and come at you and bite you.
Should have did the bite. I apologize.
It's okay.
The claw fucking hurt me, so
Well, I did not feel good.
yeah. That's why I switched from the fucking bite to the claw. He was rolling bad on bites.
So 19 hit you.
Yeah, he's rolling good on bites now. I apologize.
So you take 10 piercing damage.
Do I see him now?
Yes.
Hellish Rebuke!
All right. So save on my part.
Yes, 17.
It fails.
What are those rolls? 7 damage.
7 damage.
Better than nothing, man.
Better than nothing.
So you see this thing.
And he points at it.
Yeah.
Flipping it off.
You see this. You kind of out of the corner of your eye see this thing about to come and strike you again. But then another flash of light comes in front of it and blinds it. But then it's blinded for just a minute. But then it tries to come in and bites you, like right, like in the arm, meat of the arm right here. And it really hurts.
Yeah.
But but like from that point you draw from your packed energy, your packed magic, and flames immediately. Everything okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And flames immediately begin to like erupt out of its mouth, and it's kind of like. But with that, it is the Category 2's turn, and it's like it sees you, and it's gonna try and like fly up,
Bring it, bitch.
but it can. But because one of its wings is taken off, it now only has 15 feet of
Flight.
flight.
That's good. That's good.
But
good for me.
with that, here you go.
In my estimation, keeping an eye on my homies, how many people have they pulled from these sacks, would I guess?
Just a
I think we got like 8 or 9.
We'll say 9. Yeah, about 9
you said
people.
30. You said like 30 or so sack, 30 to 40.
Yeah.
And so they've gotten 10 so far. Okay.
Yeah, well, for the sake of this, we'll say 10.
With that in mind, then I will not sound a retreat just yet. I'm going to probably look toward this asshole and cast Guiding Bolt down at it. Yes. Yes, I will. And I hope that I can roll well. Natural 17 plus 8.
That hits.
All right. Guiding Bolt is 5d6. It's pretty good. Come on. 22 points of radiant damage. Plus 5.
So 27.
Yes.
So you see this thing fly up, and you imbue your radiant energy and form it into a bolt, and you just throw it down Zeus style at this thing's.
That's right. Zeus it.
Like it tries to grab you with its claws, but the bolt just goes through the hand, through the arm, and out the elbow.
Good.
And you
Good.
see this thing's arm kind of like it's like goo is coming out of this thing.
Good. Good.
But with that, Clem, it is now your turn.
I will say, into the ring, Harriet, get ready.
And you don't hear anything for a moment, but then you hear a copy.
Okay, so with my current situation, a giant monster in front of me,
Yeah.
I have to save myself.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Well,
I was hoping that I would have killed that fucking thing, but it's
You're
still
really
alive.
close.
Still fucking alive.
vampiric touch on the fucker next to me.
Heck yeah. I love
Yeah,
that
do
spell.
it.
Love that fucking spell.
24.
That hits.
Okay, I get 3d6. I get half this back.
Yeah, that's why it's good. Ooh, that's a 1. And a 2 and a 6.
9 damage out of a possible 18. Not terrible. And
Not
I
the
get 4
worst.
damage back. 4 health back.
4 health back.
And then with... Okay, vampiric touch gone. With... Can I heal myself? Nope. You can have 1 creature you see. Yeah, no, I can't. You within 60?
Am I?
Yeah.
I was within 30 less, so yeah, probably.
Take 2 health.
Hey, I'll take 2 health. That 15 fucking hurt. I will take it.
All right. So with that, all right.
Mathias pulling the fucking heavy load over here.
Actually, you look and you see that Mathias is engaged
course he
with one of the Krasis. He's trying to protect the 3 people that he had just pulled out.
Shit. Does that 3 go toward the 10? So 13?
Yeah.
It's not the worst number.
Then it is going to try and strike at Mathias.
Mathias, no.
And that
Just kidding. I'm coming around to Mathias. He seems to be proving himself quite handily, actually. I think.
And that hits, unfortunately. So. But I rolled piss poor on the attack, so.
That's okay. We're all right with that. We're all right with that.
So it comes in with its claw attack against Mathias. But then it comes in with its bite attack. And you see Mathias kind of get scratched in the front, and then the beast manages to like bite at his shoulder and nip a bit of his flesh off. And with that, we are back at the top. And this thing is going to come at you, Clem.
Oh, God.
You got this. You got this. Warning
Does an
flare.
11 hit?
No.
Whoa, so disadvantage?
Yeah, doesn't matter. It wasn't going to hit, but sure. I would have used it.
You
Fuck.
would have used it.
And then it's going to go for its bite attack.
Okay.
That's a miss. So
I don't
both
feel
miss.
as bad now. I feel like I influenced his second roll.
Yeah, you did. You did.
So
That's how that
I'm
works.
not awarding flares.
But this thing is now it's now the end of that one's turn. The big one
Come on,
is
fuckface.
flying up towards you, and it is going to try and hit you with,
Yeah.
with its.
I feel like he deserves to try and hit me.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes. Yes, it does.
All right. So you take 12 piercing damage from its claw attack, and then it's gonna try and reach up and bite you. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Nope. So that one, it tries to, it claws at you, and it manages to hit you in the front, and then it tries to like bite you, but again, it's very kind of, you can tell it's like straining because it's so beat up, and you dodge out of the way. And then with that, Exe, it is your turn.
All right. Okay. I am going to get real close to it. And I'm going to reach my hand out and grab whatever's closest. And I'm going to inflict wounds because I don't like this guy very much.
All right, so roll to hit.
Been rolling good so far. Now's a good time to fuck up. Let's not. That might be a fuck up. 13.
A 13 does not hit.
Yep, that's a fuck up.
But with that, Clem, it is now your turn.
Okay. Bonus action, Misty Step.
All right, Misty Step.
How close is Mathias from me?
Mathias is about 60 feet away.
Okay, so I'll just get out of melee range with the guy in front of me.
Okay.
Casting Misty Step, moving 30 feet away.
Because I forgot about opportunity attack when Exe flew away, I'm just going to ignore it at this point.
Well, it's your choice to use your reaction or not to do it, but you did forget, yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed you would have used your reaction in that moment.
So now.
We'll
Can't
say these
react
things-
on a Misty Step anyway.
Last.
Oh, okay.
Just poof out.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Going to go ahead. Use my 2 Eldritch Blasts on the big guy he's fighting.
Okay.
I think that is a good idea.
13 does not hit,
Shit.
and
That's
that
better.
does hit. 27.
That does hit.
Much better. Much better.
Oh, hold on, I'm just going to save it. Can you beat a 3?
He
rolled a 7.
He just beat a 3.
Roll to 7.
All right, so
Hey, we went at the same time, so maybe I think my inflict wounds worked. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
so you grab onto this thing's face. Like what part of it you can grab, and you're just kind of like, you tried to imbue some of your energy to try and just fuck this thing up with energy, but it wasn't quite working. You thought it wasn't quite working. And then all of a sudden you see
Up the gut.
unexpected crackling white energy kind of come up this thing's body, or gold energy, correct?
Yeah.
Come up this thing's body and just wreck the shit out of it. And
I have
then
good passive perception. I know you did it. It's all right.
Clementine, you channeled that beam right through this thing's ass.
Yeah, you did.
Straight through, like a straight line. And then you see this thing's face kind of go, like this thing's sunken, hollow face just go wide-eyed as it falls.
With my movement, because I know I'm kind of right underneath this thing, I am hauling ass into the ring. Exe here. Heck, Exe, Mathias, time to get out of here.
Yeah. It's your turn. I think.
All right.
Yeah.
With and the one creature in front of Mathias is going to roll his attacks.
Yeah, gotta get Mathias out of this.
Yeah.
That's a miss.
I think I can.
That is also a miss. So it misses. But then Mathias is going to try and come back with,
An attack
Attack.
of his own.
and that hits.
Dagger time.
Yeah.
We don't even know what Mathias is.
Oh, class-wise now.
Yeah.
with that, with your passive perception, you see another Krasis come up to Mathias as he's trying his best to defend these 3 people.
2 around him, huh?
Yeah.
Good, good.
All right, and with that, that one's down. Sorry. So the one that you Misty stepped away from kind of fades away into the battle
Okay.
and begins to attack somebody else. And with that, the second monster that popped up next to Mathias is going to attack him. And that's a natural 20.
I mean, 'tis war.
Yep. It's also a hit. All right, let me roll the demolish for all that. All right, so the first one's a 6. It's a 9, so 27 minus, or it's 13 total. So it's 15 total. I'm dumb.
Math.
Yeah.
Math is hard.
Math is hard.
And so with that, Exe, it is your turn.
How close is Mathias?
About 30 feet away
Since
from
we-
you. Since you're like,
Are
since
these
you're
2
flying,
creatures- yeah.
since you're flying, it's kind of like this. It's like you're 30 feet away from Mathias and Clem. Clem, you're you're originally 60 feet. Now
I was
you're
30. Let's say I used 20 feet of my movement.
to get yeah.
Get 10 feet away.
Are the 2 creatures in front of Mathias? And
Yeah, they're in front.
he's like holding them off. The people are behind him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly and I'm gonna drop down right in front of Mathias, and I'm gonna cast Burning Hands on one of these 2 creatures. Yelling at him to flee with the people.
Okay. Go ahead and so it says
Is Burning Hands a
deck save.
Yeah, I'm using this with a 2nd level spell slot.
So that would be 46.
Yeah.
It's a fail on the first for the first one. It's a fail for the second one. So roll the damage.
Ew. 12. Plus
12?
5.
Plus 5.
17 total. 12,
You-
12 fire, 5 radiant.
So you step in front of him and you channel fiery energy out in a cone, incinerating these 2 in front of him.
Run.
I yell at him to run with the people.
And Mathias quickly kind of grabs them and kind of scurries them towards the grate. And with your passive reception, you're looking at the battle, and it seems to be kind of at a tie right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's, it's kind of a big chaotic mess. You see 2 giant monsters kind of battling a group of soldiers. You see Thaddeus on top of one, just trying to embed his great axe into this thing repetitively.
Right.
You see the king, and you see him with his one-bladed longsword as he's slicing down enemy and enemy upon enemy. And then you see somebody with a hood pop up from one of the elevators.
Not good.
It's never good.
With a long sword and a shield.
Okay.
And he walks through and throws his hood back. And you remember this guy as Rogon. But he looks very different. And in front of him are two of the monsters, but they're chained. And they're kind of like walking on all fours.
Yeah.
And he lifts his sword up and yells, "My brethren, kill them all." And you see more like another wave of monsters kind of come up behind him. You hear in your mind, "They're this is Harriet. They're overwhelming us here."
I was going to use thaumaturgy to start yelling retreat toward the king
I'll do the same.
so that we can tell her to blow this place up. That was my idea.
Okay, so we can. Since we're kind of out of the initiative order at this point,
Yeah.
so you with your thaumaturgy yell retreat, and roll for me a persuasion check.
A fucking persuasion check.
Can
you
I
say?
aid him in this? Because I was going to do the same thing.
Yeah, so we'll say you're doing this with advantage.
18 plus 6. So 24.
24.
Yeah.
You see the king pull out what appears to be kind of a pistol of some sort, something almost to what Vrock had. But then he lifts it into the air and pulls the trigger, and a blue ball of energy shoots up and goes off in a blue kind of fireworks show.
A sign of retreat, I would hope.
Yeah.
Do the people start running?
Yeah, you see the soldiers start running, but then you hear Harriet, "I can't activate the bomb. I can't activate the bombs."
We can't, can we? Do we have the ability with the ring?
I mean, you don't know where she is. Like, you know she's within 120 feet, but you don't know where she is.
Right. But do we know the word?
Yeah, you know the word.
We just got to focus our energy toward those
Yeah.
if we wanted to. Are the people running out the gate?
Yeah, they're running, but the creatures are kind of like, while they're running, the creatures are kind of getting an advantage on them.
King and Thaddeus retreating too?
They're like at the back of the line. They're actually
That's good.
trying to hold the monsters off while the soldiers are retreating.
Clem's still on the ground, correct? Well, I'm on the ground too right now.
Yeah.
I was going to fly back up.
Yeah, you see you actually see
heading
the
toward the gate?
Zeppelin.
Well,
Dude, we heading toward the grate
yeah, that's the plan.
with Mathias and those three?
Yes.
So would they have gotten there by now?
Yeah. And in the distance, you do see the Zeppelin coming forward with the group of griffins flying in the air as they're retreating.
Not good. So they're close to the gate, though?
Yeah. Like, this whole battle's been going on right
Right.
in the Gold District. Like, it's been...
Harriet.
I'm sorry. Contingency.
And with that...
I'm flying toward the gate, by the way,
Okay.
as they drop down in the grate.
So, I think this calls for some sad music.
Oh boy. I can play some sad. Probably. Not that sad. Continue, Wyler. Start talking.
All right, so you holler the word contingency, and You see the kind of the cliffs surrounding, or you see kind of the stuff surrounding the gold district just they begin to like crack. You see cracks kind of forming, and then you hear more cacophonous explosions, just boom, 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 boom. And then you hear the words, "You did a good job."
From Harriet.
Yeah. Before it goes to static. And you see the Gold District platform begin to fall and crumble. The monsters that are flying, they're flying, and they're some of them are dodging the debris, and kind of going. But most of them are just getting hit. You see the armies kind of fall and fall and fall.
And rolls.
And then one more. You see rubble appear, and you're like smoke and rubble just fall. Or rubble's falling, smoke is rising. You're hearing cacophonous screams of monsters and all kinds of just bad juju coming out of it. And you see the soldiers running out. And from the smoke, you do see Thaddeus and you do see the king coming out of that
Good.
smoke.
That was the plan. Heading in their direction. Aiding those that I can.
Yeah, you see them running away, but you...
By this time, my flying would have dispersed, and I'd be back on the ground with them.
yeah.
For sure.
And with that, you all march away, or you all kind of just
Retreating away.
away.
I'm still in the tunnels running, I guess.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they went into the tunnels and ran with the survivors. I didn't think I could get there in time, so that's why I went toward the gate.
You managed to get out of there. You and Mathias. You ran.
Yeah.
We split the party, per se.
You never split the party.
Yeah.
I was not paying attention to that. Thank you. It's like, damn.
Where did Klementine go?
He's fine. He's fine.
But you guys, so you guys are underground with the survivors. You guys are marching back
Away.
to Fort Bazier,
Right.
and do you think that's a good ending point?
I think it's a great ending point.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for watching this session of Leston.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
See you next Sunday.